Hello friends, welcome back. This is my new chess video, and friends, I am telling you that this is really very interesting chess match. So friends, do not exit from this video and watch this full video, and I will tell you why this match was very interesting. So friends, let us go to the match. So friends, we are here in the chessboard. This is in the replay list of the real chess game. So friends, I was in the side of black. I was playing with black. So friends, let us see what happened. Friends, he taken out his pawn. I blocked it. Then he bring his queen. I brought my knight. Then he also brought his knight. I also brought my knight. Then friends, he pushed his pawn. I brought my bishop so that his knight should be pinned to that place. But he brought his bishop. Next, I brought my knight to d4 so that he have to save his queen, and if he will save his queen, I will give a check on c2 and take the rook. So friends, but my opponent not happened like this. My opponent is smart here. So friends, he brought his queen in beside of the king so that I can't give check to the king and I can't take rook. So friends, I brought my another knight to g4 so that if my opponent captured it by his queen, I can give a check and take the rook. But he had not taken. He also brought his knight on d5 so that he can capture my bishop. But I exchanged it, and he also took that by his queen. Then I castled. Then my opponent brought his pawn so that I can take my knight from there. I brought to here. Then he again pushed a pawn so that I can take that knight to another place. But I exchanged it. He also took my knight. Now we are in same condition. No one is in plus and no one is in minus. So friends, what is the next move? I brought my knight to here to save it. Then he took my pawn and I come in 1 point minus. Then I brought my rook to take that pawn. But my opponent pushed that pawn so that I can't take the rook. If I will take the rook and capture pawn, then he will capture my rook by pawn. So I also pushed this to exchange it immediately. But he brought his knight to open his knight. I brought my pawn. I brought my rook to here. Then he brought his knight on f4. Then I pushed my rook to d7. Friends, this is my really good position. My opponent not think anything about why I had done like this. He brought his knight to here and I simply captured his pawn. So friends, if he will capture my pawn, his queen will be captured. Friends, he came here to save his queen I brought my rook to here so that he can take his queen from there. So friends, he pushed his queen to there, b3. Then I came to h4 to give a check. So friends, now the interesting match is going to be started. So watch this carefully. Friends, here he is having a check. And in the next move, his knight will be gone and will be captured by my queen. So he's pushed his pawn so that I can take my queen from there. But friends, I had taken the pawn so that the king get a check. And friends, if he will capture my rook, I will capture that pawn by my queen and he will get a check and I will get rook. So friends, he also knows that what will happen. So he take his king to there. Then I take the knight and he can't move his pawn because the check will happen at that time. Then friends, he taken his queen on b5 so that he can come on e8 and can checkmate to me. But friends, here the interesting match started. I gave a check. Then friends, he came to here. Then friends, here I had not taken his rook which I can take. I gave again one check. Then he came to here. Then I gave the check by my bishop. Now friends, he also can't do me checkmate as my rook is opened now. Then friends, to save his bishop, to save his check, he brought his bishop. But friend, can you guess how I am going to give another check? So friends, watch this. I brought my queen to there so that he will get a check here. Friends, if he will get check, here he have to move his king. Friends, he moved it to there. He can't capture my queen by his bishop as he would get check in the previous move. Then friends, he came to here. Then I give a check to here. And he thought that I am giving my knight in free. I had given it. Then friends, I had given a check also here. Then he brought his king to here. Then I give a check and his queen will be gone. But he came to here. Then friends, I gave a check and friends, from here he is checkmate. Friends, this was very interesting game which I had ever played. And friends, nothing was captured by me like rook, queen. So friends, which I was getting in free. So friends, I hope you have liked and subscribe to my channel. If not, then do it. So friends, thank you and have a nice day.